Today, we will explore the foundational AWS service, Amazon EC2, and will demystify launching and managing your virtual servers in the cloud. Hi, I'm Elias and I'm a DevOps analyst at Smoothstack. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to join us on this cloud adventure. Now, let's dive into the world of Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2, or Elastic Compute Cloud, is your gateway to resizable compute capacity in the AWS cloud. It acts as your virtual server, enabling you to run applications and scale resources effortlessly. Follow along in the AWS Management Console as we guide you through launching your first EC2 instance. From choosing instance types and configuring security settings will make this process a breeze. Alright, welcome to the EC2 demo. There's quite a bit of sections here, but we're just going to go over the main stuff and starting up your first instance. So what you need to do is you can go up here and click Launch Instance. Now the first thing we're going to do is name it. I'll call it Test Instance. Now the next thing is picking your AMI, or Amazon Machine Image. These are templates that contain the operating system and other configurations and software the server will be running. For now, we're going to just use Amazon Linux, but there's a whole marketplace of AMIs. If you want something that's, say, running a Minecraft server, there's one out there that you can 100% use, and it'll have everything you need on it. And we'll keep this in T2 micro. Essentially what this determines is the amount of CPU power and RAM memory that have been allocated for your instance. This one's free, so it's always better unless you're trying to run something very intensive. Also, you need a key pair. For logging into your instance from outside of the web console. You won't need this for the web console, but for most use cases, you want the key pair. So we're going to go through the steps of not only making one, but utilizing it. So we'll go down here, create a new key pair. We'll have it RSA encrypted. We'll call it test key. I already have one. All right, test key it'll be. And we'll make this a PPK because I'm personally going to be using PuTTY. Now, here are the network settings if you want to determine what VPC it's in and all that stuff. This will also include stuff for creating a security group for it. This is generally important so you can determine the rules for traffic traveling in and out of your instance. We want to make sure that SSH traffic is allowed, so I'm able to connect to it. This, you can configure additional storage. And I'm going to go show one part of the advanced details here. This portion is pretty important, and that's the user data. If you want to install anything or run any sort of commands when your instance launches, this is where you'll define it. Like you could create some directories, make a temp folder or something, or make a file, download some packages. It's very versatile, just like running commands in the actual CLI. But you're avoiding doing that after it starts up and you're doing it right away. And all right, let's go ahead and launch it. And we're going to wait for a minute for it to spin out before we continue this demo. All right, now with our instance in a running state, we just need to get the details to help us connect to it. The first way you can do this is you can go up here and hit connect and just do it like this. Unless you have some rules that will prevent you from doing so in your security group, this is the easiest way to get into your instance. But as I said before, I'm going to be showing you how to connect with PuTTY, so we're actually not going to be doing this way. We're going to go back here and we're going to get the public IPv4 address. You could also get the public IPv4 DNS, but we're just going to use the address today. All right, so we've opened PuTTY. We're going to go ahead and throw the public IPv4 right here into it, keep it on port 22, because that's the SSH port. We're going to go down here to auth, we're going to go credentials, and we're going to get our PPK right there in my downloads folder. Going to open that, set that, and we're going to log in as EC2 user. And we're into our instance like that. Now you can do all sorts of things, create directories, all that fun stuff, install programs, start running Docker containers on here, and all of that will be maintained in the server running in the cloud. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to go over a couple of things that we can now do to the instance now that it's up and running. The most important things here are in the instance state. If you want to stop the instance, restart the instance, or terminate the instance, which is just deleting it. In this stop state, you can do things like change the size. So right now it's a T2 micro, but if you wanted to up it to something with more CPU and more RAM, you're more than welcome to. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and terminate it. Go down here, terminate. And after a second, once this shutting down completes, it'll be gone. Congratulations on launching your first EC2 instance. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow cloud enthusiasts. Stay tuned to Smoothstack Inc. for more cloud computing insights. Thank you for joining this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, happy learning.